Hello my friends, Sukkot is almost here and I'm sure you're getting ready with all the kinds of preparations, but many of you have asked of how to put together the Lulav and Etrog. So I want to spend the next couple of minutes showing you how to do it in the most simple way possible. We'll keep this brief. Now, in order to do the mitzvah on Sukkot, you need the following. You need one Etrog, okay? Then you need one Lulav. You need one bunch of the willow branches, and it has 2 stems. One bunch of the myrtle branches, and it has 3 stems. And then you may use this, and this will be the base of your lulav, and I'm going to show you how to do that. That's one way I'm going to show you, which is a classic way of making the lulav. Others may not use that and may just use the rings instead at the bottom, and I'll show you how to do that as well. But you want to have rings as well because you need them on the lulav. Another thing you may want to have handy is a pair of scissors because they help in opening up some of the plastic and with the rings. So let's get started. Now the first thing is let's work with our lulav. Now you see I have a lulav here. I've already put on 2 rings. Okay, now based on the custom I'm going to show you right now, these 2 rings should be higher up on the lulav. So when you're going to put the leaves here on the bottom, those 2 rings, you'll be able to see them, they'll stand out. Now the rings are not difficult to put on. You'll see them when you get them. They're designed in a special way. You flip them around and they should go easily into a little opening there, and you tighten it like that, and then you can keep going around a couple more times. Make sure it's very tight. The tighter it is, the longer it's going to last over the festival. And towards the end, when you've done 2 or 3 or 4 ties and you think it's tight enough but there's still extra space here, you can always just first of all feed it back through 1 or 2 times so it's really knotted into each other, and then you can snip off the rest with the scissors and you're in good shape. Okay, so we have our lulav and it has its 2 rings. Now you want to take our leaves, our hadas, the myrtle, and the arava, the willow. When you receive it in the plastic, right, this is the top of the leaf, you want to open the plastic from the bottom by the stems. Careful when you do that, so that when you open at the bottom and you can pull it out from the bottom, you're not going to rip off any of the leaves. So I've taken out 1 arava, 1 myrtle, 1 willow, and the second one. I'm doing the same thing for the hadas. I've already cut it at the bottom. This is the top. You can see. This is the bottom. I'm pulling out the stems. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now we have this keshila, this beautiful casing that's made from a lulav leaf, in fact. Very artistic. And what we want to do is to slide the bottom of the lulav into the center, in between, and it's sometimes a little tight because they make them pretty tight, which is a good thing. So you have to jiggle around a little bit to make it get through. And here I am. I already did this once before, so it's a little loose already. And now I have the lulav with this on the bottom. You can pick it up a little. The lulav can stick out a little bit. And we have now 2 pockets open in front of us. We're going to take the 3 willow, the 3 hadasim, the 3 myrtle branches, and we're going to insert them in the right pocket. Now when I say right, well, which way does the lulav face? So every lulav has a spine, okay? Not the back of it, which is often very yellow and possibly covered with brown stuff. The brown stuff is actually a good thing because it protects the lulav. You don't want the leaves opening too much, and that could actually make a lulav not kosher. So you want to keep it tight and firm, which the rings help for that also. And now with the spine facing you, I'm going to put the 3 branches into the right pocket, like this. Careful when you put them in, it's a little tight. You don't want to rip out the leaves. Let's see if we can do this. It gets a little sticky because the stems want to stick into the gaps. It's sliding in nicely. Do it carefully. You want to stick it in as far down as possible. Another stem is getting in the way. All right. Okay, and we have that in. So that's 1. And now I'm taking, you see, it sits there very nicely inside. Now I'm taking the willow branch, the arava, the two of them, and I'm going to stick that into the other pocket. It's a little easier because there's just two of them, and they go in very nicely. Now, actually, I'm just going to fix one of them here that decided to go his own route into this. There we go. And I'll show you one thing you may want to do at the end, which is going to keep it all tight and pretty. So now you have, it's pretty much made already. And the one thing you may want to do is, since it's a little floppy, is a lot of people will take a ring and to tie it around those two sides. And I'll do it right now, and I'll show you how it looks. So I'm taking, see, let me show you. I'm taking the ring, hope you can see that, and I'm tying it around the sides. Always have a good table to work from. By the way, it's better to set it up in a sukkah if you can. Right now it's raining outside, and I wanted to get you a clear video, so I've tied this around once. I don't think I can get it around a second time, so I'm just going to flip this through to knot it up a little bit. Go around there. It's looking pretty good. And I'll flip it through one more time to make sure it's really tight. Then I'll take my scissors, I'll chop off the end, and there you have a beautiful lulav and set up with all the branches and the rings, and that's it. The way you want to take care of it is possibly keep the bottom of it in a vase with water. You don't want to get too much water on the leaves because that can ruin the leaves. They should last you the week if you keep it in a cool, dry place, but the bottom you can put in some water. Now, if that's how you want to make the lulav, you can stop right now and you have it ready for you. Others will want to make it a little differently, so I'll show you. And that's actually the Chabad custom and how I do it. And first of all, the two rings on the lulav are much lower down over here. And the reason I've done that is because the custom is to have the rings hidden by the leaves up on the side. So I put those two rings lower down. Then I'm taking my two willow branches. I've already cut it from the bottom, and I'm pulling out the stems. And how I'm going to position them is I'm taking the lulav and I'm leaning it a bit over the table so I have room to work with putting on rings at the bottom. So I'm taking the two willow branches, putting one on the right and one on the left. Okay? And then I'm taking my three hadas branches, I'm pulling out from the bottom. Oh, see, it's getting a little caught over here. We don't want the leaves to come off. Oh, it's stuck to the bag. Okay, there we go. And I have three of them, so I'm putting one on the right and one on the left and one in the center. Now, by the way, all the branches are a little bit different sizes. If you want, before Sukkot, before you do the mitzvah, you can trim the bottom if you'd like them to be similar heights. Now that I have these branches surrounding my lulav like this, what I want to do now is tie three rings at the bottom, three rings within the width of a fist. It's called a tefach. So about maybe half an inch in between them all, and that will do the job of what that keshila did on the other one. So I'll do one for now just to show you what it could look like. Let me do this quickly for you. So I'm taking the ring and I'm going to put it around. Now when you do that, you want to make sure that the leaves, the branches are up tight against the lulav. Sometimes they can fall a little bit, so you want to just pick them up, put them in good position, and then tighten the ring. So I'm going to tighten one ring for now, and then I want to go around another time. Let's see if we can do this. Should be able to. Yep, that's once. Keep tightening, so make sure it's nice and tight so it'll last you for Sukkot without slipping off. I'll do another time, and I'll do, that's enough. I'll just now bring it back around so I can knot it up. I've done that once. I'll do it one more time if it fits through. Yeah, sometimes the tips, which if they're still sharp, they can fit through pretty well. If they get bent, they have a harder time going through. All right, I've tightened that up. I'm going to snip off the bottom. And as you can see, I have one ring now over all the branches and the lulav. I'll make two more to cover by the fist, and you have your lulav. So whether you use this one or this one, the main thing is you do the mitzvah. This year, the first day of Sukkot is Shabbat. We're not going to shake the lulav, but starting from Sunday, the second day of Sukkot, we're going to make two blessings. The blessing al netilat lulav and the blessing of Shechianu on the first day, and then we're going to shake it for the entire week through till Friday, including Friday. There are different customs how to make that, but if you're going to be holding both in your hands with the etrog before you make the blessing, let me just press pause 1 second. Okay, if you're going to be holding both when you make the blessing, so you will hold it upside down. But this is the pitom. You can see the pitom. Be careful if you have a pitom because you don't want it to fall off during Sukkot. If you don't have a pitom, that's fine as is. Hold it upside down, make the blessings, and then when you're ready to do the mitzvah, you put it the right way up, you put them together, put them by your heart, and give a little shake. And some have the custom to do in all different directions. And that's the very brief version. For a longer version, for more explanations, feel free to touch base. Come to the shul anytime during the services or whenever, and be glad to help you with that mitzvah. Chag Sameach to you, and God bless you.